10 WWE women who were legitimately tough.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Soheb and you are watching Wrestling Fact.
Number 10. Jazz, former two-time WWE Women's Champion. Jazz made her professional wrestling debut for ECW in 1999. She just recently retired from wrestling while working with Impact Wrestling. She competed in multiple different promotions throughout her over 20-year career, winning world championships in most of them. Her muscular body frame and incredible strength made her really stand out. The fact that she is only 5 feet 4 inches tall did not make a difference in her athletic ability. Jazz has had an amazing career and put on some high quality matches against stars like Trish Stratus, Victoria, and many more. Number 9. Lacey Evans. Current WWE star Lacey Evans has only been a professional wrestler for a short period of time, but she has already become one of the top female stars on the roster. She signed with the company in 2016 and made her main roster debut toward the end of 2018. Lacey has worked on programs with Natalia and Charlotte Flair, among others. She is one of the toughest women on the roster, and part of that is due to her military background. Evans signed up for the military and served for 5 years. She is still only in her early 30s. She she is about to start the peak of her career. Number 8. Karma. There are few women in the history of professional wrestling that were more intimidating than Karma. She worked for WWE under the name Karma for only a short time and worked the rest of her career under the name of Awesome Kong. She worked for almost every single promotion during her career, winning multiple championships. In WWE, she ripped apart the roster and instantly became a hug shifter for the women's division in WWE. She has also one of the original AEW Women stars, making an insane debut at the inaugural Double or Nothing event. 7. Bianca Belair. Current WWE Raw Women's Champion, Bianca Belair has quickly become one of the most popular stars in history. The company part of that is due to her attitude and character. The other part has to do with her toughness. She is one of the strongest women to ever wrestle and has shocked fans with her feats of strength. Bianca is a former All-American CrossFit competitor and also competed in multiple powerlifting competitions. That mixed with her amazing agility makes her very entertaining to watch. She has had to back down from a fight and she truly lives her character. 6. Nicole Bass. Nicole Bass was an absolute horse compared to many other women in professional wrestling. She has a bodybuilder, actress, manager, and most importantly, a tough professional wrestler. She has over 10 professional bodybuilding championships to her name, competing in competition all over the world. Bass made her professional wrestling debut for ECW in 1998, but debuted in WWE shortly after that. She appeared as Sable's bodyguard and worked a program with Delta. Overall, her wrestling career did not last long, but she made her mark on the business.
Number 5. Bull Nakato. Japanese professional wrestlers are known to be some of the toughest people in the business, and wrestling legend Bull Nakato is no different. She started her wrestling career in 1983, working for All Japan Pro Wrestling. She worked for the company for most of her career, but spent some time working for WWE and WCW. Her dynamic look made her stick out above the rest. She had fast face paint and a tail hairstyle that would be very intimidating to her opponents. What makes her tough is that she had no fear in the ring. She would compete on a level that most women were not at the time. She had a memorable with WWE Hall of Famer Aldora Blaze that goes down as one of the best women's feuds of the generation. Number 4. Ronda Rousey. At one point in recent history, Ronda Rousey was the most feared woman on the planet. She is a former UFC Women's Champion and considered the first real female star of MMA. Once she was done in the octagon, she set her sights on the squared circle. She was mentored by one of the toughest WWE Hall of Famer, Rowdy Piper, and she wanted to bring that toughness with her to WWE. Rousey made her debut after the first ever Women's Royal Rumble back in 2018. By the next year, she was the WWE Women's Champion and main eventing WrestleMania. She was used her incredible athlete ability and MMA skills to really adapt to the sport of professional wrestling. Number 3. Shayna Baszler. Speaking of MMA stars that made the jump to professional wrestling, Shayna Baszler is a former MMA competitor as well. She had quite an impressive record in MMA, but she joined the WWE following in the footsteps of her long-time friend Ronda Rousey, and Baszler are considered two of the four horsemen of MMA. Since her WWE debut, she had some interesting storyline. At one point, she was the most impressive NXT Women's Champion in the history of the brand. It was there that she tore apart the competition and made a name for himself. She has won a few championships in the company so far, but she had to make a impact as a single star, given she is one of the toughest women on the roster. She will hopefully be there soon. Kaitlyn, former WWE Women's Champion. Kaitlyn was signed to the WWE due to how tough she was considered to be. She was a former bodybuilding champion and really fit the look that WWE was looking for at the time. She had some memorable feuds with stars like AJ Lee and Alicia Fox. She was only with the company for 4 years, but during that time she was able to show how tough she was. She had unbelievable strength and endurance mixed with an executing character. She was overcome a lot of personal things in her life as well, showing she is not only physically tough but also mentally tough. Number 1. China. China is one of the most popular female wrestlers in the history of the business. She made her professional wrestling debut in 1995 and was historical part of the D-Generation X faction in the Attitude Era of WWE. She was a model and actress, a bodybuilder, but most Importantly, she was one of tough wrestler. She is the only woman to ever win the Intercontinental Champion and to compete in the King of the Ring tournament. She had some classic storyline with the like of Triple H, Eddie Guerrero, Chris Jericho and few others. Most importantly, in a time when women were not seen as much, she was one of the few that could compete at the same level as the men.